All right, let's dive into this. We've got a whole lot of stuff here about Sosua, Dominican Republic. You're going there soon, right?
Yeah, in a few weeks, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Although I gotta say, most of what comes to mind is beaches and sunshine, you know?
Right, but get ready for some history to hit the beach, because this place, it's got layers. Like, picture this. It's the 1940s, World War II, it's raging. And Sosua, this little piece of paradise in the Caribbean, becomes a refuge, a haven for Jewish refugees. They're fleeing the Nazis.
Wow, I did not know that. It's kind of wild how global events, they can intersect with these local histories like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know the Dominican Republic back then, it was under the rule of Rafael Trujillo. He was a bit of a controversial figure.
So they escaped the Nazis only to end up under a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Talk about a plot twist.
Yeah, right. And there's actually a lot of debate about Trujillo's real reasons for welcoming the Jewish refugees. But no matter what his motivations were, they definitely left their mark on Sosua. I mean, these weren't just people just seeking shelter, right?
Right.
They were determined to rebuild their lives, like from scratch. They set up farms, even dairy farms. Can you imagine? Dairy farms in the tropics.
Dairy farms in paradise. That takes some, I don't know, guts. Ingenuity. That's incredible. Yeah, this isn't your average beach town story.
Not at all. And they built a synagogue, a school, even their own cinema. They recreated this whole community against all odds. And it wasn't just a temporary thing. Many of them, they actually stayed and put down roots.
Wow, so that legacy is still part of Sosua today.
Oh, absolutely. It's woven into the fabric of the place.
It's really incredible how this tiny town played such a huge role in such a crazy time in history. But speaking of shaping Sosua, maybe we should talk about how it went from being this quiet haven to, well, a tourist hotspot.
Yeah, and it's interesting how that all played out, right? Because before the tourism boom, Sosua was, remember, it was a banana plantation. Like, it wasn't really on anyone's travel radar until, like, the 1980s.
So before that, it was this unique kind of mix of the Jewish community and the local Dominican culture.
Exactly, yeah. But then the Dominican Republic, it starts to realize, hey, we've got this amazing tourism potential here. Puerto Plata, with that incredible coastline, that became a prime spot.
Right.
And Sosua, nestled right there on the coast, well, it got swept up in the wave, for sure.
So that's when that gorgeous beach we've been hearing so much about, that's when it really took off.
Oh, totally. It was like a magnet for travelers. Picture this. Resorts popping up left and right, sunbathers everywhere, that golden sand.
Okay, yeah, I can practically hear the steel drums and taste the pina coladas.
Aw.
So it was all those big, classic, all-inclusive resorts back then.
You got it. That was the main thing for a while, yeah. But you know, things change. Sosua went through a bit of a shift. It moved away from that whole mega resort thing and went for something, well, a little more exclusive.
Exclusive, huh? Did they start building, like, tree houses with private butlers?
Not quite tree houses, but you're on the right track. See, around the early 2000s, you had these new tourism hotspots popping up in other parts of the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So Sosua's popularity, it dipped a little. To stay in the game, they had to reinvent themselves, you know, they started focusing on luxury, personalized experiences, that kind of thing.
So instead of trying to keep up with those mega resorts, they went boutique.
Exactly. Think private villas, those stunning ocean views, your own private pool service that's like tailored just for you.
Wow.
They were after a different type of traveler at that point, someone looking for something a little more, I don't know, intimate, upscale.
So from banana plantations to this bustling beach town to this luxury getaway, Sosua's had quite the journey. It really makes you wonder, what brings people to Sosua these days? Is it all about luxury now? Or does it still have some of that unique charm? So what's the vibe like in Sosua these days? Is it all like high-end glamour now? Or is there still a bit of that down-to-earth charm from its past?
It's a really cool mix, actually. I mean, those luxury villas, yeah, they definitely draw a certain crowd. But
Yeah.
Sosua, it hasn't lost that soul, you know?
Yeah.
You remember its history, the people, how resilient they were. That's still a big part of what makes the place what it is. And then there's that beach, of course.
Speaking of, we have to talk about Sosua Beach itself. I feel like we keep painting this picture-perfect scene, but what's it really like to be there? To like feel that sand between your toes, dive into that water.
It honestly lives up to the hype. I mean, picture this. You sip onto the sand, it's soft, golden, and you've got this perfect crescent base stretching out in front of you.
Oh, wow.
The water, it shimmers in the sun, these incredible shades of like turquoise, emerald green, and it's surprisingly shallow. You can walk out quite a ways. Perfect if you want to just take a leisurely swim.
Okay, stop. Getting lost in the daydream here. The warm sun, the sound of those waves.
And if you're into snorkeling, oh man, you're in for a treat. Just offshore, you've got coral reefs, tons of colorful fish. You might even see a sea turtle if you're lucky.
Now, that's what I call a bonus. But you said there's even more to explore beyond the main beach. What other hidden gems are we talking about?
Oh, for sure. Just a short hop away, there's Playa Chiquita. It's like the name suggests, it's a smaller beach, more secluded. Think swaying palm trees, soft white sand, the gentle sound of the waves, just pure tranquility.
That sounds amazing. Like the perfect place to escape the crowds and just unwind.
Exactly. And then there's Casa Marina Beach. That one's known for its calm waters. It's actually got a reef that protects it, so it's ideal for families, if you've got little ones.
Oh, nice. So we've got options. Sosua Beach for that classic experience, Playa Chiquita for peace and quiet, Casa Marina for some family fun. But Sosua is also a good home base for exploring the area.
You got it. I mean, the beaches are incredible, don't get me wrong, but Sosua's in a perfect spot for seeing more of the region. Like if you're into nature, you've got El Choco National Park.
El Choco. Okay, tell me more.
Oh man, it's a whole other world. We're talking lush rainforests, waterfalls, even underground caves that you can explore.
Wow. So we've got beaches, rainforests. So Sosua really does have it all. What about activities? Any adventures to be had?
Are you kidding? This is the Dominican Republic. There's horseback riding through the countryside, ATV tours along the coast, even ziplining through the jungle.
Sosua's like that friend who's always got a plan, always an adventure up their sleeve. I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
Right, it's nonstop.
Well, this deep dive has definitely been eye-opening. Who knew that Sosua had so much going on, beneath the surface? It's more than just a beautiful beach.
It reminds you that even those picture-perfect places have hidden depths, Who knows what you might find when you dig a little deeper?
I don't know about you, but I am suddenly craving a fresh mango on Sosua Beach. Maybe after a little horseback riding and cave exploration, of course. Until next time, keep exploring.